BagFuel, baby.
All right, we not doing no standing intro. We back. BagFuel. We down in Philadelphia. Woo! We got the most legendary DJ, one of the most legendary hip-hop figures, period.
Period.
Cosmic Kev in the motherfucking building today.
What up? What up?
What's good?
What's good with you, pimp?
It's good. It's
Hey,
good.
what's good?
I'm
You already know.
smooth. You know I'm drinking. I don't normally drink, but
Wait, listen. Is this drink champs? I don't know. You got the drink in here?
No.
Should I go get some drinks and put it on the
Nah,
joint?
no.
I'm just
They
making sure.
They gotta pay us for that.
They gotta pay for that?
They gotta
Okay,
pay for that.
okay,
Kev.
cool,
They gotta
cool,
pay for
cool,
that.
cool.
They gotta pay for that. Drink champs get a big check for
I
all the
know,
bottles.
right.
Big check. Or you cut me like 3%.
But yo, we down in Philly. I think this is our first time filming in Philly, right?
Yo, first time?
It's our
Officially.
first time filming BagFuel in
I
Philadelphia.
heard you like the cheesesteaks, the chicken cheesesteaks. I heard
that's my thing.
I heard that's what it is.
Yeah, that's my
You know,
thing.
you know, years ago, like maybe 10 years ago, I tried to get a cheesesteak in New York, and because y'all always put on the thing, it would say Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, I remember.
But we in New York, why is it Philly cheesesteaks?
Because
Are they
the
emulating?
marketing, the marketing, because it wouldn't be New York cheesesteak. Anywhere you go, even in LA, they'll say Philly cheesesteak. It just
But Kev know that. Kev down, it's like when we talked off camera, this regular shit to them.
Yeah.
So
That's
Kev,
regular
like, I
shit.
can't imagine you and Sam Crespo and y'all wives and Heineken and Space Ghost coming down here just for a cheesesteak.
Yeah, he told me he gets on the. He said, "Yo, I get on the E-wagon on the turnpike,
yeah.
and I just come all the way to Philly for a cheesesteak." I said,
With my
"Just that."
champagne, with my champagne.
With champagne?
Yeah,
That's
I had
it?
the champagne today.
Is that the combination?
Yeah.
I like champagne. Last time I came with them, the first 2 times I came with them, I didn't bring the champagne because that was our first couple times coming, but that's how I like to ride. Like normally when I come with my wife, I'll get the cheesesteak and it's warm outside, so we'll eat the cheesesteak outside. I got my bottle of champagne, and then we'll make a move through Philly, maybe cop some sneakers and do something else, and then we'll head back to New York.
Okay, all right, taking that Philly, Philly drip back with you. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah, definitely.
Think about it. People come to New York for the pizza, so that's y'all thing. Philly got the cheesesteak.
See, wait, hold it,
Hold what?
hold it. They always say that New York makes the best pizza. Is that true?
Yeah, come on, stop.
No,
Kev,
no
you know
question
that.
about it.
You've ever had pizza in Texas?
Kev, stop. You know that.
No, I'm
Kev.
asking. I'm
Yeah, you
asking.
ain't got, Kev, don't ask no question you know
The
the answer
answer
to.
to.
I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Listen, we known for the pizza. Chicago's number 2. Y'all are close number 2.
Super close.
Y'all
number 2.
super close number 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
But New York is number 1 with the pizza. Everybody knows that. Like certain people got certain things. Like we would never, like he said, if they put Philly cheesesteak, we look at
be like-
real niggas that go to Philly eat cheesesteaks is looking at the New York store like, yo, bro, chill with that.
Yeah.
That's not a
That
Philly
is-
cheesesteak.
that is a fact.
Cause the bread alone.
Even how they cook it, there's a order of operations, a style, a
Yeah, 'cause
care
you
to
can't.
it.
You gotta.
You can't
watch-
replicate that.
You gotta watch. Even in Philly though, you gotta watch some of the places you go to get a cheesesteak because some of the joints be tasting like rubber. Like I ain't gonna. Put
Yeah, we had spoke on that.
Yeah, we spoke on that.
We don't want to say
Yeah,
their
it
name
be
on
fraud.
camera.
Yeah, it be
and
crazy.
blow it up,
We don't
but-
go to those spots.
Yeah,
though.
don't go to the tour. I'm gonna say don't go to the tourist
My
spots.
favorite spot.
Don't go to the tourist spots.
Ishka is my spot. That's where I go. He likes Max's.
Max's. I'm a Max's dude.
Ishka is my
But they
spot.
both authentic joints. They both authentic.
I converted Ghost to Ishka and I converted his brother to Ishka too.
My brother was
okay.
a Max's dude.
Yes.
What?
Oh, you like Max's better?
It's a little wet, but it's good.
That's what I don't like about Max.
I like that the fact that
I don't like the soggy bread. I don't like that. Yuck. You know what I'm saying? Just like when you put that pizza up, I just put up a post because he's a pizza junkie, Kev, right? And Ghost likes food. You know what I'm saying?
You're a foodie.
So, yo,
I was your foodie.
Yeah, so I would call him a foodie more than Ghost, but Ghost eats different things. Ghost is an explorer. You follow what I'm saying?
He eats anything?
No, I'm not gonna say that. But
I was like, Ghost, hold up, bro.
He'll try shit. Pause. he'll try shit. He's a pizza junkie. That's what I call him. He does
so
pizza.
you the official pizza.
He's a pizza man.
I'll tell you where to go.
He's a pizza man.
Okay.
I like to eat dinner out. I'm a dine out nigga.
We was at the Palms thing, so you saw what Enzo ordered, and first thing we said is, hey, wait, bring more of these plates.
Yeah, exactly.
And I went back to the Palm. I'm going to dine out. Dude.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what
we
I'm saying?
went to the Palm, and
I
you know the food was authentic.
I sent you the picture. I figured.
Yeah, I was hating. I was hating a little bit.
I figured.
Why you saying for?
He was hating.
They had a little bit of raisin. That raisin bread is a die for. I can't front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lobster bisque.
Yeah. But we went to the one that's on 50th. See, you need your mic on, Ghost. You need. Okay, we gotta go to the one now because you rock. Ghost rocks like me. Ghost gonna go places and shit, right?
Okay.
We gotta go back to the one on 50th for 8th. I just took my wife there.
Yeah.
Yo, she went. When you take your wife there that you've been with for 12 years and she goes home and she goes crazy, you know the food is good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Kev, like,
You know what I'm saying? The
Exactly.
box is on lock. Kev, no. I say, Kev, I have a lot of sex in my house. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do.
I'm places, I couldn't answer the phone. You know, I have a lot of sex in my house. I'm like, well, ain't that what you're supposed to do?
I said, but married niggas don't have a lot of sex in their house.
Majority of marriages are sexless.
Come on,
No,
Kev.
you know what?
Majority, not the minority. The majority.
Shout out to my wife for the box. You heard me?
What's up?
Shout out to her.
You said the majority of marriages is sexless. What do you mean? Break this down.
After years, the wife be like, "Oh, I just wrapped my hair. Oh, I want to roll over." It takes a.
He's never been married. Like, I don't understand.
I listen to dudes who complain, and the majority he doesn't complain.
Though. Niggas lie.
Oh, so mad
Niggas be lying.
Hold on. A lot of married men are gonna complain they not fucking their wife.
Niggas
That's
be
a
lying.
crazy lie to
Yeah,
have.
because they
are you
need to
gonna lie?
have.
Are you gonna lie about fucking your wife?
I'm not a liar.
No.
Though.
Are you?
You know I don't lie. You can't count me because you know
Okay.
I've called you. Dragon's calling me now, like at the wrong time.
Yeah, at the right time.
Look,
You know
look,
we're with
look,
Kev.
look,
Shout out
look.
to drag. You go ahead.
Salute to drag.
Shout out to Drag, real nigga. Dragon.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
Niggas lie about not having sex with their wife.
Nigga, because they want to have the excuse to go fuck other bitches.
So I'm
that's
all right,
wicked.
so I'm gonna ask you this.
And you know, I don't lie well.
Men
I'm not
don't
a
need
good
an
liar.
excuse to go smash other joints.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you this. So if your wife, you say you're not in that situation. So if your wife is not,
Have you ever been in that situation where the sex slowed down?
Yeah, with my wife.
Yeah, that's called.
But she wasn't my wife, but we had to have talks.
You
had the conversation.
But you see what you see. I'm sorry for cutting you off, Kev.
okay,
Jedi,
no, that's cool.
nigga.
It's cool. So wait, so is that a pass if your wife is not, giving up the bag, giving up the box? Is that a pass for you to go do what you want to do?
If we're talking about relationship talk, yeah, because
Technically, it's a pass.
yeah, it's a pass because even I'm gonna keep it real.
gotta
This is
sit
how
down
real
with
my wife is, right? This is how real my wife
hold
is.
up, you hear this?
Yeah, let me say this.
hear this?
Oh,
Let me
this
say
is
this.
fun.
This is how real my wife
you're
is,
giving
though.
you're giving
Although
a-
we're supposed to be talking about business talk, I'm gonna give my wife props right now. When we watched BMF, right? And the dude stepped out on his wife and everybody was killing him online. My wife was in there like, yo, what was he supposed to do if he's been on television trying to get some from his wife? If he's not getting some from his wife, what is his wife gonna expect him to do?
Be faithful.
But
Unrealistically.
that's what I don't understand. Like, and Heineken, I like a lot of women. They
for
say one thing I'm asking you to do is not cheat on me. But if you not putting out, what is the man
How about this,
supposed to do?
Kev?
They
That
always
means
say
cheat
that.
on me, but don't let me find out.
Yeah, Kev, do it in
No,
reverse.
they be like, don't cheat on me. Period.
No, that means cheat on me, but don't let me find
Nah,
out.
they don't
They
mean
can't
that.
tell you
No,
don't
they
cheat
don't.
on.
Let me
They
show you
can't
something.
say don't let me find
That's
out,
what they
Kev.
Do it in reverse.
He's speaking in tongues, Kev.
No, before we get to the business, do it in reverse.
Okay.
How long could you be with your wife and not pipe her down before it's an issue? Or how long can you keep giving her whack dick?
Well, I don't.
Ain't
I can't-
nobody dishing out whack dick.
No, I'm just saying.
Ain't
no,
nobody's
you-
gonna
No,
say
no,
I'm
no,
gonna
you
slap.
shouldn't be married. She should
No,
have married
I
you.
understand.
She
You
should have
dishing
married
out whack
you. If you
dick.
not whack, she should have married
Listen
you.
to me, what I'm
If
saying-
the dick is trash. Pause.
I agree with you. I agree with
Pause.
you.
I'm just saying.
No, I agree
All right,
with
then,
you.
So I'm just saying. All that. I'm tired. Like you said, my hair don't get done. Like I don't give a fuck about none of that.
I agree.
I don't give a fuck about none of that.
You wanted that?
You know he don't give a fuck. He got sunglasses on in his own crib in the
I
middle.
don't give a fuck.
I don't
You
give-
know he don't give
I
a
don't
fuck
give a
about
fuck.
none of that.
I don't. That shit don't mean nothing to me. Like I'm just saying. Like I'm saying, the problem here when women be like, well, don't cheat on me. I I ain't gonna give you no pussy. I don't feel like it, but just don't cheat on me. What the fuck do you expect?
That's what I'm saying.
We not being real.
But in reverse,
She's
we would
saying
never
cheat on me, but don't let me
She's
find
not
out.
saying that.
Kev.
She's not saying
But
that.
in reverse,
She's
we
speaking
could-
in tongues,
Hold
Kev.
on. In reverse, we could never get away with that. There's no way a girl could keep coming and say, yo, I'm tired. I just came from work. I did 60 hours. Or I just did a mix. I was in the studio with Gilly for 3 hours.
You get away. They get away with it when they fucking other bitches and they ain't ready to fuck another one. We use that excuse like, yo,
Thank
I've
you.
been working. It works.
But how long can you keep doing that
we're
to your
horny.
wife?
We're horny people.
Can I break something down to both of y'all?
Go for it.
Okay, go ahead, Kev.
Men bodies, we are created to release.
Mm-hmm.
That's what our bodies are created to
I
do.
totally agree, Kev. Keep
You
spitting.
know, some women can go a while without having sex because they don't have to release as much. We have to release. So a man is 20 times gonna be more hornier than a woman anyway, because that's how our bodies are. Like women, everything is emotional with them. Everything with us is physical. Like, you know, that's like, let's keep it real. And I don't want to use you because you know what I mean, because he's married.
Please don't.
I'm not. So that's like, all right, so just look at your chick, right? So let's say you and your chick together, you go knock off a joint on the side, right? Now, when you knock the joint off, you don't really, it doesn't.
No, it's just a score.
It's something to do.
Something on the scoreboard.
Well, now it's flipping on your girl. So your girl, she the type, most women, I'm saying most,
Most,
not all.
not all.
Excuse me. What they'll do is, okay, all right, they go have conversations with the nigga. They conversating, they talking.
They start liking the nigga.
They start liking, before he even hit the box, they talking. Now she telling him the shit you don't do. I'm not even talking about sexually.
that's
I'm
fact.
not even talking about sexually. I'm talking about
She said
Emotionally.
Right.
Yeah, he don't listen.
He's building the
There
attachment.
you go. Right. So you know what I mean? Meanwhile, he's on sponge time. He's soaking this shit up.
Because he knows
He's soaking it up.
He's listening.
it's marinating for him.
Right. He's soaking it up. So then, mind you, by the time he hit the box, bam. And you know what I mean? And if he's putting out good work to her, pause. I want to make sure I'm strictly clitly, by the way. I'm strictly clitly. Understand? I'm strictly clitly. But what I'm saying is, if you putting out good work, now she all tied in from all angles because he already got ahead.
He's doing everything you don't do first.
Oh, chill. But anyway.
So you can say he listening.
Right.
So you say he listening.
But you heard,
he paying attention. He liking her photos.
Right.
And all that type
All
of
he's
shit.
doing is marinating his
He's
time.
doing what you don't do. The shit that she's complaining about.
All she's doing is enjoying the reintroduction of that.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Go ahead,
This is what
Kev.
I'm trying to explain to you. I understand you say she enjoying the
Reintroduction.
but this is the thing. You heard what Butler said. You gotta get in her head for you get in her bed. That shit is true. Because my whole point of it is, all these conversations he's having with her that you're not having,
Yeah.
she's getting emotionally attached to that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The facts.
That's what it is. So then when he hitting it, if he do what he's supposed to do, it's a done deal. She's emotionally attached. Now, guess what? You can go fuck a bitch tomorrow if you got a girl. I mean, I don't know your situation.
Yeah, no.
But let's say if you got a main girl, you go fuck a bitch tomorrow. It don't mean nothing to you. It's like,
You know that.
it's something to
smashed
do.
the pussy was good.
You get up, wipe your dick on the curtain, you out. That ain't.
Wipe your dick on the curtain.
That ain't. That's not. Women are not like that. Most of them. Now some of them. Some of these women like they like niggas. Like
They
yo,
savages.
I'm
I'ma
gonna
keep
fuck
it-
that nigga and kept it moving.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
give you a
care.
percentile. 45% of the women are savages like that. You could have a great Instagram page. You could either have a successful lifestyle. There are girls that will give dudes the box because they're like, I like the way he danced on Instagram. It's a real wide.
But let's talk about how these same girls that we talking about with the box and all that can take you off of your one and fuck your money out.
Yes.
All right,
about that?
all right,
Yeah,
break
on a
that
business
down. All right,
level.
so
How
break
about that?
So break that down.
Because we do get caught up like
You
a
saying
dude-
we?
A dude. I'm speaking for the more. I'm speaking for the more majority.
Especially in this
When I
business.
was younger in this business, before I was married, I had a whole other life before I was married.
Okay.
And part of the game was if we in this business and we doing what we doing, if you don't have a lot of bitches, you trash. So we was maintaining a whole lot of bitches and having to work at the same time, traveling with some bitches, baby mom is your bitches, your other main girl, you're doing all of this stuff. So while we running around doing all the rest of these things, to me, in my mind, although I made a lot of money, I should have been further than I got. And I feel like fucking with all of these singing girls, these famous women and all that shit, and somehow, some shape, form, or fashion took me off my one, even when I didn't realize it was
They're
taking
looking
me
at
off
you
my
like,
one.
ass.
So that record is true.
Okay.
R. Kelly, The Power to P-U-S-S-Y.
Yes.
Okay, so but let's take it a step further. I'm gonna ask you a real nigga question.
Go ahead, bro.
All right, you got 8 bitches on deck.
I had 20. I had to have 20 or if I felt like I was whack.
I don't want to disrespect
State to
you.
state. Yeah,
you know, you
please,
saying,
20.
Kev, you know, stay what the order is. I got you. I get it. All right, so you got 20 joints on deck. I'm gonna ask you a real nigga question. Is you hitting all 20 with condoms? Don't lie. Cause niggas be lying.
No.
All right, listen.
Niggas be lying.
Answer the question.
Listen. I hit them all with condoms. My sister got AIDS from the nigga she married. And I was 17 years old when my sister got it. She lived for 19 years with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
God, man.
So I had a different, it's cool. Like, I'm past it. It's all over all the relationship stuff that I've done. Because of that, that's why I've always had, let me correct myself. I have not always had sex with condoms. I'm not a perfect man.
No.
But your ratio is...
But my ratio, like, if I've had sex with 4,000 women, 3,988 of them was with a condom on.
Okay. Because a lot of niggas be lying.
Oh, the niggas stay lying about that.
A lot of niggas be lying. Like, they'll say, like, yo, I smashed this short, and especially the ones if you smash, let's say you got this side joint, you've been with her for like a year and a half. Is at some point, does that condom come off?
At some point,
Let's have a real nigga conversation. Hold up. You've been knocking this joint down. She is side bitch. You've been knocking her down for a year and a half.
The condom's coming off.
It's coming off.
Yo. No, listen. The condom is coming off. I've been privileged enough in my life, like, we talk about, my wife knows this, so I can say this. Most of the women that I've met, I fucked them in the first or second day that I was around them. So there was no attraction, there was no opportunity to take the condom.
This nigga here is Wesley Snipes. He bringing dark-skinned niggas back. This nigga right here.
Bro, man, my track record, as much shit as I talk online, there's somebody that would have came out and said he's capping. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing it for 3.5 years. That's just what it's been. So, but I've had a life before my wife. Yes, I have.
Exactly.
I have fucked with girls for an extended period of time. And yes, that's why I said I'm not perfect. The condom has come off. And what I can say is that raw pussy does something different to your mind.
Oh, yeah.
It does something different to the women, but it does something different to the men.
So wait.
You are more attached to that good raw pussy. It's dangerous, bro.
So you was in love?
Love.
That raw pussy got you in love?
Love. L-U-H.
L-U-H?
Yes.
Love.
Love. Not love.
In love.
In love, yes. I was in love. The nigga was in love.
Was it love or la?
It was all love. It was both. It was both. It was love. It was love with her. And with her, it was la.
Wait. Did you get emotionally attached?
Yes.
That's standard.
Yeah.
Every man has been emotionally attached to a joint.
Hold on.
Nigga, if somebody is braining you up crazy, if you don't even touch her pussy except for popping it while she's sucking your dick, you're emotionally attached to that, son. That's how we roll.
Okay, so wait. You're emotionally attached. You raw diggy. It's going down.
Here you go.
Raw diggy. Okay, so
Kevin's ill.
Here you go.
all right, so she know, you out here, another nigga's on her jack, pulling up to the crib. Where you at with it? What you doing? You get mad?
Nah,
What
come
comes
on,
with the
bro. Chill,
game?
bro.
It comes with the game.
Yo, bro.
It comes with the
I've
game.
I've been a player pimp in this game for too long. Ain't no getting mad over that. It's one female that ever made me come out of my character, and her name is Kimberly. That's known. After Kimberly, before Kimberly, I wasn't coming out my box. I wasn't coming crazy, but for some reason, with that one in my stage of my life, and my frontal lobe was developed at that time, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter. That shit was talking to me crazy in my ears, son. I couldn't take it, bro. I was
What he's saying is the pussy was like,
yo, it was talking.
Wait,
Yo,
hey,
son,
hey,
it was talking dumb to me in my ear, my nigga. Like,
so you had the pussy phone, like I didn't got the
Bro.
money phone.
whatever phone it was, bro. Everybody got that one that had you.
Everybody got that
That
one.
was out of character, my nigga.
So
That was out of
You know what?
character,
You know
my
what?
nigga.
And I'm gonna keep it real. It's always one.
It's always one.
It's always one. It's always one.
Kev,
What's up?
New York is considered a hip hop hub.
It is a mecca.
It's a mecca.
Yes, it is.
Atlanta, LA.
Yes.
You know, when you think of these towns, it stretches across all the nations. Do you feel, with all the work you've done with Philly, that it spreads outside of Philly? Does it look like a hip hop hub to your perspective?
I think it has its moments.
Yeah.
I think it's been times that Philadelphia was looked at like, yo, you gotta go sign an artist from Philly. And then it's times that it looks at like people like, some of the music may not grow outside of Philly.
Yeah.
Outside of Philly, some music has. Now, when you speak of New York and Philly, let's get into a real conversation.
Go for it, yeah.
Like, and I'm pretty sure both of you guys, you know, at one point of time, it was hard for Philadelphia artists to get played outside of Philadelphia, even in New York, even in DC. But that's what a lot of artists from other states and so forth and so on. So I think, and to be honest with you, man, I don't think Philly got the light. Now, some people say, well, Philly got the light when Jazzy Jefferson was out. No, I think Philly got the light when Jay-Z brought Beans out.
Yeah.
Because we had a lot of crews and a lot of people that were doing it in Philly before that, and I'm going back to the Jazzy Jeff era, but only Jazzy Jeff was accepted. Now, of course, you would get your Cool C's, your 3-Time Dopes, and those artists getting played somewhat in New York or in clubs or whatever. But for as like the embracement, I don't feel like we got that embracement until Jay-Z said, look, let's stand next to this guy, Beanie Siegel. This is the guy, he's hot. That's when I felt like Philly broke in, because you had Beans, you had Eve, you had State Property, you had Major Figures, you had Most Wanted. It started becoming to be
floodgates.
It started then, but before that, there were other crews that were out before that. And
do you think the Roots get their credit?
No, they don't. No, they do not.
But I'm gonna jump in real quick.
Yeah.
Nah, go ahead. Because
During that time,
I want your,
I got a philosophy. The production company changed the music business for the hip hop, for the rapper. Because the production company is how you get the streets. The regular record company ain't signing the streets. When you got the production company, which people are gonna be mad at me, I'm gonna say Rockefeller is a production company.
More so than a record label?
I'm gonna say Murder Inc. Yes, I'm gonna say Murder Inc. was a production company. You get label imprints because of what you've done, because you make success, right?
Okay.
But I'm gonna say these are, in essence, production companies, because these are people that were also signing people from the streets. When you get a production company right now, that's how you get a Lola Brooke. You're not getting a Lola Brooke signing straight to the label. You get a Lola Brooke because you got Sav and these other people, and they working the record independently, whether people don't know, whether they're using their resources because they're with the label to sign you to the label. The production company keys on their artists because that's how they're gonna make the money. Period. The record label can write you off. But when you sign into a Bad Boy at that time, when Bad Boy was thriving, when they put out Big, when they put out Craig Mack, when they put out Total, Puffy was trying to win. The label don't gotta win. The label could win with you, Lose with Kev, write Kev off. Lose with me, write me off.
Break even.
And still be more than break even. They good. But when you introduce the production company, which they categorize them as labels, you got No Limit. Look at Master P. He bought himself. Silk the Shaka, See Murder, Mia X. That's how you get to streets. Look at Yo Gotti. If it wasn't for Yo Gotti, Glorilla wouldn't be who she is. But they got somebody in Memphis that understands the music business. So he can sign those people, because Glorilla is on record saying she went to labels, but they couldn't see nothing past fuck nigga free. Whatever.
Y'all was both at a label meeting, and they were having a hard time.
We was at a label meeting, and they didn't even know that Glorilla was that chick down south.
They were confused.
So why would you go? You can't go to label. The production company / label is what brought us all up. We started making
the reason why I got to ask Kev this question. Okay. Kev is a legend, not only in Philly, but in hip hop. His name has spread beyond.
Appreciate that.
Huh?
Yeah,
that's just a fact what it is. Even before the internet, your name had spread across a lot of markets, which is tougher to do.
That.
Philly has always been known as the home of the spitters. Yes. Nobody will ever take away from the work they do as bars. They probably get a lot more credit for what they do in battle rap. So when I seen what Jay did, and I'm sitting there like, Philly is a mecca. Uzi comes from there. Drama comes from there. Meek Mill comes from there.
But they affiliate drama with Atlanta.
So now,
a lot of people
but when you think about it,
Uzi was from Philly. Nigga, I didn't even know Uzi was from Philly.
Think about it now. All the big dudes,
for a long time,
people tend to forget they're from Philly.
He's hot now, but before I'm saying.
Think about that. Do people associate Uzi with Philly? Maybe I'm being ignorant, Kev. Or is he too big for the town? Drama, people look at him more as an Atlanta
dude.
And there's nothing wrong with that. But he reps
Isn't Don
Philly.
Cannon from Philly too?
Yeah.
Don Cannon. We look at Don Cannon as an Atlanta
But you know
dude.
what? They never gave up on Philly though.
No,
you know
they
what I'm
rock
saying?
with Philly. No, they are champions of Philly. But outside of this, we look at them as like Atlanta dudes.
This matters. Go on, Kev, because you fought for all of this.
Well, you look at them as Atlanta dudes because their machine popped off in Atlanta.
Okay.
That's why you're looking at them from that lens. For as what you just said, I mean, as a hub, it's a hub, but
it should be
a lot bigger.
Stop. Yeah.
But who from here started a label and made it big? That's the key.
So all right. Wait.
Okay, that Kev would know.
So if you go back in time, one of the first biggest labels that was here, I'm talking about we going back when you might not have been born or not. You got Philadelphia International Records. That's R&B and soul music, right? So let's go into hip hop. Was not Pop Art. Pop Art was another label, but for what you would know, it's Lawrence Goodman. What is the name of his label? He had Steady B. He had Cool C.
Can I say that?
Go ahead.
The biggest execs for me, and I could be wrong, is Troy Carter from Philly?
Yes, he is.
Okay, Troy Carter and J. Irvin Jr.
Right.
That's who I look at as saying, when they had their movement of Philly, they was managing Philly rappers. Right. They was representing, to me, they was representatives of Philadelphia.
Right.
Now, if Lady Gaga would have been from Philly and they would have had Lady Gaga, then we would be talking about something different.
Exactly. Totally different conversation.
It wouldn't matter if they did hip hop or what. There would be a hub of a label. That's what I'm saying about Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti, it rapped for years. Now he got Moneybagg Yo, he got Glorilla, he got even Black Youngster had Splash for a little while. Then Yo Gotti will still put records out. Now you got a Memphis movement.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Once Beans was the closest, because Beans did do State Property.
Beans did State Property.
And so Gilly did try to do Major Figures. But Gilly didn't get his shot.
But here's my thing. The knock on Philly is it's so fractured. It was always hard to unify. That's been the knock on Philly outside of Philly.
That is a fact.
You know?
No.
Yeah.
No, I think, and this is real rap. The competition is so steep in Philly that
quality competition too, man.
And nobody, like, I'm not even going to get into any names. This was like maybe this. We talking like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. There was somebody that was popping, And I said, hey, why don't you do this song with this person? And they like, well, why would I do that? Y'all both popping. Well, that person might get more, they need my following. It's like, put all that in the back, bro, pause, like leave all that alone.
Just
It's
do a
all about
good
building for
record.
the city. So it's a lot of times that comes into play, like me. I don't, if any other DJ, I don't really worry about any other. I just do what I do. I'm not concerned with what the next guy's doing. I just do what I'm doing and try to be as good as I can be. But sometimes people don't look at that. So I'm just saying, yeah, you're right. A lot of times we don't really come together. Now, I will say this. At one time, the city did come together. At one time, before state property, when Beans was moving, when Major Figures was moving, when E was moving, everybody was united.
And Roots was still shaking out here.
The Roots was still shaking. So everybody was united. When the business kind of came into play, it was a little bit of separation. Like the bottom line is, Major Figures was supposed to sign a Rockefeller. They didn't sign. Boom, Beans created state property. So it was a little animosity there. Which
I could see how, I could see.
it was a little animosity.
Outside of Philly, we wouldn't even know that, because if I see how that would be animosity if that was a crew that was going to be brought in Rockefeller and it wasn't brought in. Now I create my own crew that's in Philly too, and it wasn't created prior. I could see how, and I'm not speaking on Beans' business or Gil's business,
right.
but I'm just saying I could see how somebody like a Major Figures would look at that and be like, you didn't even have a crew and we were supposed to sign with the same label. Now you created a crew and they're from Philly.
So
what?
yeah, it was, and I just want to be on the record. It wasn't that Major Figures was signing two Beans to.
No, they were just gonna sign the Rockefeller.
They were going to sign a Rock, and then
but we didn't know the bit. Not to cut you off. We all young at the time. You a veteran still at this time.
Right.
But we all young at the time.
Right.
I didn't know, and I'm a businessman. I wouldn't have known or understood the total business side of that. So coming back home to Philly, if I'm just people looking, I'm looking like, how was we gonna sign with them and it didn't happen? Now they create that. They don't even know. Maybe the deal just wasn't right for Dane. And then we gotta create something else.
No, the deal wasn't right for both sides.
Got you.
So neither side agreed upon the deal. So boom.
We gotta do something now.
We doing something. So then
we gotta do something else.
Here comes state property. And it was a little animosity there. I mean, I didn't think it was that. I didn't think it was like they really was beefing, but there was a little animosity there. And then it, later down the line that came out. It was beefing. But I think the problem is at one point, I think the most united time that Philly had is when Beans came out, Major Figures was out. You had Eve, you had Most Wanted. It was a lot of crews that they was all doing stuff together. That's the last time I seen that. Now you got
Okay, I'm sorry.
You got now. I got to put this out there. Like now you got the Philly Ghosts. Philly Ghosts is you got Too Rare. You got D30. You got D from Sloan. You got these younger cats that they do music together. And I think they're still united, but the unity that was going on when Beans and Major Figures and it was just different. It was just they was in each other's sessions. It was different.
It was a bigger hip hop movement. You got Beans signed to Rockefeller, signed to Jay-Z.
And how Beans
after
came in
Biggie
too?
was dead, and Beans came on so
Beans
was a hurricane.
Mm-hmm.
He came out of nowhere. Once he dropped his freestyles, once he dropped his song, we was all like, who is this nigga? People was lying about knowing him.
And then the beats
niggas was telling me he was light-skinned.
Yeah, no.
That's what I'm trying to say. Niggas was lying about it's what I'm saying.
Think about the first song that introduced him.
But Beans don't get enough credit. Beans was some real shit. Beans was a phenomenon.
Yeah, I agree.
Niggas don't even understand that. See, shit done changed. Beanie Siegel was a fucking phenomenon.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
He was one of the original beasts of rhyming. This is what niggas don't understand. See, niggas wasn't there to see how niggas was rhyming. Niggas had to have 1 trillion rhymes just to get on before you can even make a single, nigga. Niggas had to endorse you. Kev had to be like, yo, beast. Jay-Z had to be like, I seen him beast. I gotta have him. Niggas was running around. Why? Because he was spitting rhymes that niggas wasn't doing. He was an original beast. Where you coming up with this shit from?
Everything worked. The way
How are you rhyming
his
this
delivery, the tone of his voice, the aggression, with the beat, even all the beats he was on. And in his subject matter, late night, club night, Maca track, dice.
Yo,
You gotta be in the club to understand
Listen,
that.
hold up, listen. I'm gonna be honest with you. And I'm gonna put this on the record. I'm looking at this camera. Before Beanie Siegel, before Major Figures, before Most Wanted, nobody in Philly had Philly like those guys. You got the Roots, but the Roots is a different type
A vibe.
Yeah, it's a different
type of
energy.
vibe.
Yeah.
These niggas
So,
was the streets,
Like these,
nigga. Niggas
you don't
was from Philly.
understand.
What was it like? What was the town like? What was the
Listen, bro? These
I was out here. It
Let
was
me
electric.
tell you, these like.
What was the pride
I gotta
like?
talk about Major Figures for a minute.
Yeah.
Major Figures. I'm talking about they was doing arenas and clubs and fucking selling them shits out, not signed at all. I'm talking about 3,000 motherfuckers coming in this month. Like it was crazy. I had never seen no shit like it. Now, mind you, Gilly came out first before Major Figures, but he was a part of Major Figures. So how I even got connected with the whole camp was, what they did was, they was, I'm relaxed right now, by the way. Relaxed. So what they did was, they did this party, and I thought it was just Gil, so I came to the joint, and that's when I seen the rest of them. And people in there, it was like about 1,500 people in there, and they knew every word. It's got mind you, it's like 7 people in Major Figures, and they knew every word, and it was just a different vibe. Like Philly never seen nothing like that, and it used to be like you would catch Beans in a studio session with them, and catch them over at Beans session, or they was
Didn't they
hanging
have
out.
beef at first?
No. That came. No, let me try and tell you where the beef came. The beef came from the state property shit.
Gotcha.
Like meaning, not saying that state property caused that beef.
No, I know what you're saying.
But,
just a situation.
right, the situation
of people
came,
not understanding,
right,
not knowing what's
and,
going
this, that,
on,
and
and
the third,
assuming.
right, and then you got state property that they drop. You got Young Chris and he dropping big records, and No Better Love, Can't Stop, Won't Stop. While Major Figures, they was
That Can't Stop, Won't Stop was crazy.
Jesus.
Forget about
shout out
Can't
to
Stop.
Six Figure Nigga.
Yo, listen. Forget about it. Can't Stop, Won't Stop is still, people don't even drop it inside the clubs no more. And I don't even understand it, but anytime anybody plays it and you hear it,
Shit's
it's like that
monster.
moment that I say is
Monster.
euphoria. That's what I call things of when it was back then, and it was shit going on, and you coming in the club and Beans is showing up and Major Figures is showing up, and it's going up and it's peace, and niggas is leaving the club like everybody got pussy, everybody got money.
Right.
That was a euphoric moment.
Exactly.
Puff Daddy is the specialist at giving you euphoric moments that you'll never forget in your life.
For sure.
Any monumental time I ever spent in Puffy was girls flying from the shit, liquor is free, girls is in abundance. This is what was going on in the music business. And it was a secret society at that time. So when you had people like Beans and them joining up, if somebody like Kev, I could just see it's like, yo, our city is on a whole nother plane.
Oh, we was on a different planet back then, and then I think one of those years we had All-Star here. It was crazy, bro.
Nigga, All-Star.
And you had
All-Star was crazy.
Wow.
I did a party with him. I did a party with him. It was called a Dub Spot or something like that. We was giving out flyers with condoms and all that. It was crazy.
What was the club like DJing when it would be Beans,
you know what?
AI, Major? What was that
They
like?
come in the club, my nigga, like nothing's moving. Everything stops. Even the bartenders is stopping. Everything is stopped. Pure pandemonium. Like the VIP sections was crazy. And this is, I don't know if y'all know this. Back then, Philly, we used to have like 12 clubs down Delaware Avenue. Like it used to be crazy. Like you had Gotham, you had Bahama Breeze, and they would come through the clubs, like, and you know what I mean, nothing but you see nothing but, you know what I mean, the wheels, the chicks, the bar, everything was just popping, was just different. The energy was different because it was money in the city. Everybody spending money, women coming out. It was, you know what I mean? It was fun, and it's like, I hate to say it, we don't have a club scene like that like it used to be.
Nobody does.
Nobody
New
does.
York don't got it like that.
Really?
No town does.
They took the clubs from the black people.
It's really strip
What
clubs and
happened to
lounges.
the tunnel?
Yo, they took the
Violence.
they took the clubs from the black people. Everybody got to go to the strip club now.
Or lounges. That's the only other thing I've seen.
Yo, black people, we invented this whole table service shit. They did a whole thing about this in fucking New York. That black people invented the table service because white people go buy bottles, go get drinks, go do whatever, and the party is electric. But black people, you gotta have a table. You gotta stand on top of the table.
You have to show off your wealth.
You gotta do all this shit. Once partying, remember, niggas used to party. Remember, yo, there was niggas that was partying. The most thug niggas, I'm not saying they was dancing like fucking Michael Jackson.
Right,
but niggas was humping girls on the floor. Niggas was on the dance floor, dog.
Niggas don't dance no more.
No.
Dancing is dead. You dancing, you a cornball.
Dog, when I was in the strip club, it was me, you, and Ghost. And a girl just started bouncing up on me. Everybody just looked like, you can do this? And I'm like, this is normal practice. Throw the money.
The girl was going so crazy on me in the club that she was knocking me backwards. I'm like, yo, calm down. I gotta get more sturdy for the strip club now. What the fuck?
Yeah, everybody was looking at us. And I'm like, what are y'all looking at?
It's no money though. Yo, bro, 175,000 jobs a month is being lost in the year 2023. I said this to you on the phone. You know what's serious when a young girl like Coyle Ray is coming on saying, ladies, stop asking these men for Birkin bags when people are losing $175,000. $175,000.
Facts.
175,000 jobs, pardon me, a month. That's serious. It's
I
no
agree.
money. That's why we're fortunate to still be doing what we're doing.
Exactly.
To be able to make the money and shine and live good. And I always tell people this, and people trying to come in this game and they think that it's easy and simple. They look at people like Cosmic Kev, and I want to know, what does it take to be on top for 30 years on one radio station and you've booted? Not only have you been there for 30 years, you shined for 30 years, you've broke records, and you've ran other radio stations out of the market that tried to
I didn't
start
say
new
that.
stations.
I didn't say that, he said it.
I've heard that from record
I didn't
labels.
say it wasn't true, but I didn't say that.
I've heard that from record labels. Yo, Kev is so strong that even when they try to start a new station, they can't. What's the business behind that?
The business
How does
behind
that happen?
The business behind it is this: you gotta always be willing to change. And Heineken, like, for example, okay, I'm pretty sure today you got on your hoodie, but tomorrow you're not gonna have on the same hoodie. You're gonna have on something different, a more fresh, a different. Not saying your hoodie ain't fresh, but a different hoodie, different hat. You gotta be willing to change. Like, if you're not willing to change and stay up with the times, it's not, you're not gonna last in this game. So I had somebody come up to me from like 20 years ago or 30 years ago, and they're like, yo, why you ain't playing the such and such record? Whatever that record was hot back then. Why you not playing that? Bro, if you 30 years past, you're not even listening to that station. Not on Power 99. If you want to listen to something a little different that was 30 years back, you want to go to another station, or you want to put in your iPod, or you want to go to your Spotify, whatever you want to do. But you have to adjust to change. And that's the secret, to be honest with you. That's the secret of longevity. Adjust to change. Just like, okay, bottom line, S, you ain't coming in the crib, or you ain't coming in with you ain't coming in with no Carl Canaz on. You ain't coming in with no. You ain't coming in.
Chill,
You not right.
nah.
Bring back Carl Kanai.
Like
No, he's showing my age. He's showing my age a little bit.
No.
Indirectly, he's killing me.
Don't stop
He's
that.
killing me indirectly.
Don't stop. No, I'm not saying that. No, I mean, shout out to Carl. I'm just saying, I'm meaning that.
I know what
the
you're
Carl
saying.
Kanai from back then, shout out Carl. I don't want you coming, throwing shots at me. I'm just saying, or maybe I say baggy jeans, or
I
see
understand
those
what you're saying. I'm
coming
just
back.
talking shit. I understand what you're saying. I'm coming current. I'm an older man,
Right, but
I'm coming.
right.
I'm
You know what you're
fitted.
doing?
Right.
You know what you're
fitted,
doing?
I'm fresh.
You know
Right.
what you're doing?
What?
Not being stuck in your era, like
Yeah.
you
Right.
said.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That it's like, don't get me wrong. I love my era.
Of course, yeah.
I love the era, but you still gotta be able to change with the times, and you still gotta relate to what's going on. You follow what I'm saying? So that's how I was able to do that. Also, you gotta touch the streets. Like, if you ever listen to me at night, I'll play the hits, but I'm gonna play some street shit. I can't. There's no way. And I'm gonna give you a story. I remember when I was trying to get in the building, and the PD there, he was like, because which you may not even know this, if you don't mind. I was heavy in the mixtape game in Philly, heavy.
No, I do know. I was about to get to that, but
Yeah, we
I
said,
was
yeah.
going to tell you.
Right, but anyway, and we're gonna go to there, but the thing of it was, my PD was like, listen, you want to do prime time, you're gonna have to play some of these hits. I know you the quote unquote street mixtape dude, but you gotta play some of these hits. So, I mean, what I did was I incorporated both. You gotta be able to do that, because my thing of it is, radio and the streets is totally different, but you gotta embrace the streets. That's gonna keep you around. That's the problem with a lot of artists. Like, you can get an artist with one record that's quote unquote, oh, they streaming like crazy, but you got artists like DMX that people love him for a lifetime, rest in peace, because the streets could touch him, they could relate to him. It wasn't a gimmick. That's who that guy was. You see what I'm saying? It's certain people that's who they are. But I'm just saying, for me, you have to for longevity, you gotta adapt to change, and you gotta touch some streets. If you're not doing, and also listen to other people sometimes, and I'll say, I always listen to women, bro. Like, women drive the needle. You know what I'm
In
saying?
regards to what?
I listen to the young kids.
Well, I mean that too.
Yeah, but women drive the needle to what?
Women-
Music choice or other?
I would say music choice, because most women, if they like the song, women they'll buy or they'll stream that record. Most of us, we ain't doing that. You see what I'm saying? Like, am I wrong? I mean,
No, they gonna buy a streamer.
you see what I'm saying? They gonna buy it. Most of we ain't doing. We trying to leg it up, like, you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, like
We hear it, we'll turn to chicks like this. I'm gonna play this shit. I get it now,
Right.
type of thing.
Exactly. So
But it ain't the same for us as it used to be, because it's not accessible like it once was. Like, you go buy your CD, you pop it inside the car, you vibing out to your dude. It's like it's like what you tell me about YouTube, huh? Most men log on to YouTube. It's not a women's thing for some reason, but some women do it.
some women do it. Some women do
You
it.
said what goes?
There's a section of YouTube that's women.
Yeah, but
They're not watching what they're watching.
But what we
They
talking?
not watching.
Okay,
Man,
go.
they watching where they can get the new weeds from, my nigga.
There you go.
That's what they watching.
That someone's on the show, ate at the table. They demographic.
Yeah, but that's
all
a
women.
but what you're taking is a
It's a different
hold
thing.
on.
I do get my women following from 8 to 10,
No,
I'm
listen
not gonna lie.
Listen to that. That's like saying, all right, you got a cheesesteak spot
Exactly.
where all the women go to, but overall, 80% of the people that are eating cheesesteaks are men.
Man, I
They
got
said,
you.
come on, Ghost. The majority of people that's watching this is
There's a
men.
woman that goes to Walmart and there's a woman that goes to Target. There's
Ghost.
different types of women, though.
Ghost.
There's women in Walmart,
Ghost?
but the women in
Even YouTube has said it
majority-
itself. 70% of the people that's clicking is men. This is what it is.
Because we look at what we talk
No,
about.
overall, 70% is men.
Listen, I got a question for Kev though. Like,
Okay.
off this topic.
Yeah, sure.
What about the movement when y'all had Jill Scott, The Roots, Vivian Green,
What you know about that?
I know about Viv.
That neo soul, my nigga.
Shout out to Viv. Viv, my people. Viv
Neo
work with me
soul.
and Rockwell. Shout out to
Neo
Vivian.
soul. Neo
So I'm just
soul.
saying, on a music soul child.
Music soul child.
Y'all had a hip hop wave.
Yep.
Then y'all had a big neo soul wave. What's up? How the neo soul wave? Like niggas still like good music. Where'd that go?
You know what though? I feel like a lot of people now feel like if you listen to neo soul, you're a corny nigga. I got all that shit in my car, but I'm just telling you what they'll say. I know you heard, oh man, that's some old nigga shit.
I've heard that.
And it's what I'm not saying. What does it have to do with good music? You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I feel like neo soul has never left, but people have a problem with identifying with it now because they feel like if you listen to neo soul, you old or.
Is it because the label saw neo soul as something new that they could capitalize on, and they put money behind the neo soul artists, and then they stopped? Could that be it? Because it's like anything. I'm gonna keep it real. They said rhythm and blues was dead until the white boy from Europe did it. What's his name? Come on, we know his name. The white boy from Europe. Come on, with the gold, with the dirty blonde hair. Stop it. And he was doing the soul music. Come on, what's his name? That's bad. The white boy from Europe.
Who you talking about?
I know you're talking
Come on,
about.
y'all, stop.
That's why R&B is dead. We don't know.
Y'all know him. He was the white boy that they was like, rhythm and blues was dead, and they let him start doing it, and he got
Guess what, Esso?
He had a
It's
big
still
head.
dead.
But you know, I was going to say.
Oh, Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran.
Wait, hold up.
There you
Oh,
go.
wait.
Ed Sheeran. They said R&B was dead.
But you know what?
And they wasn't investing. They gave it to a white boy, invested in it, and it was big.
I don't even really consider Ed Sheeran as R&B.
Yeah, I don't either.
What you consider him?
I don't consider him R&B.
He's singing R&B
he's
music.
great.
He's a white boy singing R&B music.
Bro, a white boy singing R&B music is Robin Thicke. That's a white boy singing R&B music.
Or John B.
Or John B. or motherfucker. Even Justin. And I gotta say Justin Timberlake. I know you think that's weird.
Hold on. Let's
No,
ask
I
a
don't think
question.
Justin Timberlake. I don't think that's weird.
That's a white boy singing
I
R&B.
play Justin Timberlake in my car.
hold on.
Stop.
That's
It's not
like
weird.
that to me.
Who's more?
And I'm not dissing that Sheeran.
No, listen.
I'm just saying I don't place him as that.
No,
He's
so is
great.
Justin Timberlake more R&B than Ed Sheeran?
Definitely.
Yeah. All right, just making
Justin
sure.
Timberlake had Timberland producing this whole album. What are we talking about? He's a hip hop legend, a music legend. Yes.
Yo, how many black chicks you think
endless.
Justin hit?
You said what?
How many black chicks you think Justin Timberlake hit?
A lot of
A lot of
A
them.
lot of them, right?
Especially the light brown
Ed Sheeran
famous
hit
ones.
some in London over there. I think he hit some. I think Ed Sheeran hit some in London. Ed Sheeran, I'm gonna give you credit, bro.
R&B music died because we don't use instruments.
You said
They said hip hop music. Yo, let me tell you the philosophy, right? And,
Right.
and you correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay, cool.
They said hip hop music was dead. Okay.
when? Who said that?
What? When Katy Perry had the big record with Snoop Dogg. Remember that record?
They saying it's dead now.
Yo,
but continue.
they said hip hop music was dead. You know why? Because they put their narrative out so they don't have to invest into hip hop people. Hip hop music was not dead. When it was dead, they was using every hip hop rapper to break pop records.
Nobody
and
believes
after they
hip-hop
did
was
that
dead.
shit with Snoop, bro, I'm telling you, I've been at the label.
No,
after Snoop did,
that's true.
That's
Bro,
true.
Heineken,
After
that's
Snoop
true.
did that, after
Heineken, that's true.
Yo, they thought hip hop was dead. After Snoop, they was, bro, the year they said it was dead, Snoop was on records with Katy Perry. Every pop record had a hip hop nigga on it.
Exactly.
That's why you started singing hip hop again, because they was lying. They wasn't trying to invest in the hip hop
Exactly.
niggas at all, bro.
Exactly.
I'm telling you. Then when Snoop popped that shit off with Katy Perry, what was it, California Girls or some crazy shit like that, they was like, oh, I'm telling you, they was like, oh, hip hop is not dead.
Let me tell you something.
Hip hop is selling everybody's records,
Let
bro.
me tell you, even when Nas did the hip hop is dead thing, nobody even, it was like, what are you talking about, Nas?
You're living in New York City.
Bro,
I'm telling you in the music.
No,
this
when he was
man-
saying that, I was
this
out
man
in
is-
New York
Yo,
when he
this
did
is
that.
the part where niggas gotta cease. This man is a musical legend on
Bro,
radio.
Listen, I'm telling you.
They was saying it was dead, bro.
Niggas was saying hip hop was done.
Who was saying this?
Everybody. Everybody.
They saying that shit damn near now.
You think hip hop is dead now?
I don't think it's
I don't
dead.
think it, but they
I'm just
saying it.
Whether you know it or not, they're saying Afrobeats is taking the place of hip hop.
Nah.
They had a way.
I'm telling you what they
had a
saying.
way, but it could, but it's so.
Nah, they
every moment, but every moment
but Ghost, you said they had a moment, but I'm
Let me
telling
tell
you, I'm just saying what they're saying.
Yeah.
You know how I look at Afro?
the
No,
potential,
hold on. You know why they would never have the potential? To me, I look at Afro beats the same way like reggaeton.
I'm not.
The
I'm not
rhythm
gonna
is similar to the same?
This nigga is not wrong. I argue with him about music. I argue with him about music, even coming down the road to Philly.
was arguing about music,
This nigga's
Kev.
right.
He's right on that one?
Reggaeton, he's right, yo.
Yeah.
But every time they have a new music,
They try to usher
they
out
always
hip-hop?
try to make
Okay.
it replace hip hop. Reggaeton, the beat
All right,
shit, anything that
let's-
comes
let's-
along, they're gonna say, this is finally gonna replace
Can
hip
I
hop.
ask you and Kev this? I know the answer.
Okay.
Why are they working so hard to replace hip hop as
Because
the number one?
niggas get money, niggas got too much power, and niggas start acting crazy.
Listen.
We get too much money,
Kev,
too much power.
Kev,
We become the Moors of music.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, listen. He answered it. First of all, niggas run music. Mm-hmm. I'm talking about talent-wise. They run music.
Listen, I've heard about you, Kev. They like you are a power broker.
No,
I've heard that from the West Coast.
It's true.
Down south.
He gonna downplay it.
And in New York.
Don't say it, Heineken, because he's gonna be like, don't say that. Don't say that.
But well, you know
him
why
and
I have to
Him
say-
and Greg
let-
Street is
let
the
me
famous
say-
niggas
hold on,
say,
hold
don't
on.
say it.
But
listen.
I want to get Kev to get it. The reason why I
go
said
on,
that, for him to be that power broker for so long,
Okay.
it's offensive to other establishments because he doesn't have to really answer to anybody. Not to say he don't got people that, but you know, on scale,
Who the fuck is on 7 days a week, nigga?
exactly.
Okay.
Money wise, yeah.
Okay.
Listen. This is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yes.
Bottom line, right? They've always been trying to look. People thought hip hop wasn't gonna last this long from the beginning. They thought it was a fad. All this shit is like. Even my dad, he was like, "Can you like
Make a living off that?
No, yeah, he's like, can you just go be? Because I wanted to be a lawyer, and I never did.
Interesting.
I wanted to be a lawyer, so he's like, can you just like go and get yourself ready for college and do whatever you want to do? But my point of it is, the fact of the matter is, this is not a racist statement. The fact that Afro-American music, well, hip hop is all around the board music, but the fact that it's heavily dominated from Afro-Americans, they have a problem with it.
If it was more white people involved in it, it would be cool, but they're not.
Guess when it wasn't a
but
problem,
listen,
SO, when
yeah.
it was rock and roll.
And man, oh no, it wasn't a problem when it was rock and roll. When it was disco.
But I'm gonna tell you why they're not making it a problem. To some extent, Eminem.
Because he's still prevalent, you think?
Eminem's always gonna be.
I'm saying, so you thinking because he's?
I think.
he's always gonna be. He's the number one.
Right. I think it. When you got guys of that stature, it makes it a lot more acceptable. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
So we
digestible.
needed an Eminem.
yeah, we needed that. We definitely
needed
did.
Eminem.
You know what I mean? And Eminem, like, you can't take anything from Eminem because he's talented. Like, you can't, regardless if he's black, brown, or indifferent.
He's
white,
ill. He's a
he's
rapper.
still
He's a rapper.
He's a rapper. Like he's that dude.
You put him in anywhere with these other great niggas, you like, yo, M gonna hold his own. He good. He good in that arena.
Sheesh.
You put him in Nas, Rakim, Jay-Z, you not looking like, what is M gonna do? You like, oh, you waiting to see.
You might say you might.
You waiting to see what he got to say.
Let me go. They like, let me go first. Let me go first. Let me go first.
Let me go before M go.
Yeah, let me go. Let him go. All right, cool.
Because M came crazy on that Renegade with Jay-Z. I think M got the only verse ever on a Jay-Z record that niggas is questioning whose is better. Because Renegade was so crazy when you still listen to it to this day.
Renegade also fueled Ether. Not fueled it like started, but I'm saying that
Vibe.
that song that people like when Nas say yo, and even Eminem ate you up on your own shit. He's talking about
A Renegade.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. So
Kev,
what up?
Renegade was special.
you talked about breaking records,
Yes.
but not in a radio way. Let's talk about breaking records via the mixtape. What is it? What did it take to do that back then? What was the enjoyment of that? Because you and Esso have a connectivity with this mixtape game that we got to explore.
Let me explain to you about mixtapes, which, like, some people don't know, that was actually how I got into radio. I got into radio from mixtapes. I started off doing mixtapes, but I was doing personalized mixtapes. I would go to each person's house and write down a list of what they wanted. Like that's the way I was
The
doing.
original playlist.
And I gotta tell y'all a cool story. We gotta get to that.
Of course.
Exclusive, by the way. So I was riding around and I was writing down people's lists of what they wanted. Like, let's say if you said I wanted
Cool seed, beans, whatever.
Right. So I write it down and I was making personal mixtapes, giving them each person they tape. So it got to a point, it started really blowing. It started really.
Was you charging?
Yeah.
Okay.
I started charging, might have been like $5.
Okay.
Like we're talking, let me see what year. We're talking 89? 89. 89, I started making mixtapes. So I come from an era, and I've been DJing since 1978. So I come from an era, it's called a turntablist era. Like in Philly, if you couldn't scratch, beat, juggle, none of that, like you was trash. So I come from that. That's what I come from. So yeah, so for me, it was like when I was doing my mixtapes, it was all about cutting and scratching and how long, how fast you was and shit like that, because that's where I'm from. So I started making the mixtapes with a personalized list, putting it down and delivering the tapes and charging like $8. And then I started, I took it up to $10. So then I started taking one tape
and dubbing
it, and people was buying it. So you're gonna laugh at this. So when I got into that space, I started going into the stores. Now, mind you, before I started going to the store, this was like hand-to-hand shit. Everything was out the car, dropping off. So I started, everybody like, yo, you need to put shit in the store. So you're gonna laugh at this, because this is your man. This shit, man, I'm ready to talk about. So I started taking my tape to the stores, and this is when Clue was out. So, now mind you, I come from a turntablist era where it's all about the skill. So Clue tapes, I just started hearing them. I think this is like, if I'm correct, this might be 94.
Yeah. I was about to say 94.
94, 95. So mind you. So people are talking about Clue's tape. But I never listened to it. So the first time I heard the tape, I'm like, everybody's going crazy over this? I can't remember what tape it was. But, his tape was moving. So the one time I went to the store, so I would take, when I would go to the store, I would take let's say I would take, I don't know, maybe 80 tapes or 100 tapes or whatever. So you got all the different sections or whatever. So Clue tapes, here's his tapes. It would be like Clue, Doo-Wop, Ron G, just a whole bunch of people. He had I think it might have been me and one other person that was doing mixtapes in Philly. Was really nobody really doing them like that. So I'll go back to the store a week later, I go back. So let's say if I took 80 tapes, I go back. It may be 40 tapes there. You look on Clue section, it'd be fucking 3 tapes left. It'd be 3 tapes left.
And this is in Philly.
It's in Philly. So you already know where I'm at. You already know. I'm steaming. Nigga, I'm steaming I'm steaming this is a real fucking conversation. Shout out to Ernesto. So anyway, so I'm like, what the fuck, because I'm still, at that time, I'm still in that mindset.
Turntablist.
There you go. I'm still in that and not understanding that things are changing. It gets back to what you asked earlier about, relevant.
Yeah.
So it's African guy. His name was Abdullah or Abdul, and Africans, they bootleg kings, but he was still buying my shit. I ain't gonna lie, he bought my shit. So I think the third time I went in there, and it's a whole different tape. Another tape Clue put out. So I'm in there, I'm mad as shit, like, cause I'm like, man, my fucking, like, yo, what the fuck? So this nigga was like 6'5", 6'6", big nigga, talking about the African dude. So he said, come in the back of my store. So he like really brings me in the back of the store. I'm fucking tired of you complaining about fucking DJ Clue. I'm fucking tired of that shit. You know your fucking problem is? He was like, your problem is, he said, DJ Clue, he get the exclusive. People want to hear the exclusive. They want to hear the new shit. Okay, we know you can scratch and DJ, but people don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
They want to hear the new shit. You got relationships with all these artists. You know Beanie Siegel. You know the Roots.
Damn.
You know like he breaking this shit down and be like, you know these people. You can do this. And why are you fuck? And I get in the car, right? And it's me and my cousin. I get in the car.
You pissed.
We pull off, so I'm pissed. I'm like, what the fuck him? You know what he talking about? But the whole time on the way home.
Y'all playing the Clue tape?
No. Yo! It's all around you play this fucking Clue. Yo! Oh shit! Oh shit! He playing a fucking. Yo, hey, listen, hey, no, listen. There was a Clue tape that was was my favorites. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah.
Yo,
Shout out to my man.
Yeah,
yo.
shout out to fucking
If it wasn't
Clue,
for
man.
my man, real talk, I wouldn't be here.
So
Facts.
I'm sitting home, I'm riding home, and I get to the crib, and I really thought about what he said. And I said, damn, this motherfucker's right. And I'm like, why am I mad at this man? Or not really mad, I'm mad at the situation because I didn't personally.
He's just trying to sell his tape.
Right.
But he didn't have to give you that info.
No,
though.
but
He
this,
fucked with him.
But see, this is the thing. Regardless of what people say, fucking Clue changed the fucking game. Like he literally came in and shifted the whole shit. Because my point is, like, before him, you wasn't hearing exclusive shit or shit on nobody's shit. Like, the shit
Niggas
he
was mad at him. Think about this. Biggie made Clue big because Clue played his song on a mixtape and it was going crazy. And Clue was in, this is real shit. Clue was in my girlfriend at the time's house. Shout out to Keisha. Shout out to Dia, who owns Lobos now with LeBron. They were roommates. Dia went to Morgan State with me, okay? Dia and Keisha was in the crib, and I'm in the crib with them, and they're telling me how I'm throwing parties, and I need to come over there because Clue and Skane and Scarecrow was in their crib.
Gotcha.
I come over there. That same day is when Puffy calls Clue for the first time. I'm standing right there.
Oh, so you was there because I heard about this story.
Clue called, I'm standing right there with Clue in Baltimore. Clue is with Skane and Scarecrow, and Puffy calls Clue and says, yo, bro, I need you to come home because we need to talk about you dropping the record. The day before was when Biggie was on Flex, like, I'm looking for you, Clue. Straight like that.
Oh,
when
shit.
Puffy finally got Clue's number, Clue was standing right in front of me in Baltimore, and we was coming down to talk business, and Clue was like, yo, bro, we gotta go back to New York.
Was y'all scared?
No, it wasn't y'all. I didn't even know Clue at the time. That was like we had known each other because I played basketball and we had crossed paths.
Was you nice? Was your
Come
bum?
on, stop playing with me.
Hold on, was you? Hold
we
up.
just was talking to Superstar J.
No, I'm saying, was you nice?
I played ball. I'm gonna tell him who. I'm gonna tell him
wait,
who.
was you on JV
I'm gonna tell
or varsity?
I'm gonna tell him
what
who-
happened?
Varsity. I'm gonna tell him who.
I don't know.
Yo, listen. I'm gonna go off topic and tell him who my starting five was as a kid. Shaheem Holloway, who was the coach of Seton Hall, McDonald's All-American MVP over Kobe. All right. Skip to my Lou, Rafer Alston, who is world renowned, was in the backcourt. 40, Dwayne Woodward, who went to Boston College. Steiny, who was known as the best of all of us, that was from New York, got his eye shot out in Lombard Academy. And Randy Parker, myself, was rounded out the top 5 of the starting backcourt. And I got caught stealing stuff with my friends at 5-Star Basketball Camp and took all our scholarships away.
Okay.
That's why I got to the music
And you know
business.
what? He also played against a guy you know very well.
Who?
Who?
Bubba Chucks when I was in college.
Oh, I gotta do my research.
Yeah, I got 5-star basketball trophies still in my mom's house and everything.
Okay, I mean you talking heavy.
I did.
I mean you know you know.
I did some
You
things.
talking heavy. There's a guy named Gilly the Kid. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
No, listen.
I mean, what's up? What we going?
Yo, Gilly, he told me about Gilly
Yeah.
had posted a long time ago.
Right.
There's no podcasters that'll beat me. Back then, I was still playing ball.
Okay, we talking about right now, though.
Yo, you give me 3-4 months to work on my game.
Wait, shit, need a
give me
warm-up?
3 months. Yo.
You need
this
Vite.
nigga plays ball
Nigga,
every
you
day.
want Vite? No, he don't. No, he don't.
Bro, I don't play
You
ball at all.
doesn't play ball every day.
I don't play ball at all.
No.
September, Gilly, 10,000 in Philly at Cosmic Kev
I put
crib.
up 25 grand. He gonna fucking
See, he talking that big money shit now.
25 grand. What we
See,
doing?
he talking that rich nigga shit. I'm a podcaster and YouTuber. I got 10 grand.
Gilly versus Esso. Yo, we could do it for charity.
We could.
Wait, but
We
you
could
know,
do it
hold
for
up.
charity.
You know, Gilly.
Gilly not gonna play me because Gilly like, he's not big enough. I'm not gonna help him blow his name up.
Speaking of Clue,
Yeah.
Gilly and Clue been supposed to be playing for the last 6 months.
Really?
I feel like Clue don't want to smoke. And we're gonna go back to Clue, but
Come on,
I feel
man.
like I don't know.
Yo. Queens niggas always want to smoke.
Listen,
Queens niggas always want to smoke. It's always the Philly dudes that's always
Bro.
challenging. We love Philly.
Bro.
Yeah,
They try to make it competition. We love Philly. Yo, I can't
Yo,
speak
let me
of
tell you
I can't
something.
speak of the rest of the borough, but Queens niggas, we love
Even
Philly.
the after hour spots in Philly. Those is my spots.
Yo, tell him how we came.
Listen, I love New York.
Yo, I'm not even letting Kev talk right now, Ghost. Tell this nigga Heineken how we came down here with me, you, and Ghost and chill with Mike Knox at the fucking strip club with Meech and went back to New York the same night.
Okay,
nigga.
all right, okay.
Hold on.
What are we talking
We'll do it
about?
better. We'll show them the video.
Show him the
No,
video.
I believe you.
Thank you.
No, it's on Instagram.
We
I
out
want to
here
get back
in
to
Philly.
Clue. I want to get back to Clue.
We out here in Philly. Go ahead.
I want to get back to Clue. So the bottom line is like, yo, so he definitely was making noise. And then when, like I said, when the guy from the store, he really checked me. And this is a real story. Like I said, I was mad, but I was like, you know what? He right.
Here we go.
So then I started doing everything the guy had said to me. I started getting all my freestyles and all my exclusives from, the people I knew. But then I started going to New York and sitting in
getting them
sessions. I
next
got to
too.
get next freestyle. I started making my connections then. But
So Clue put the battery in your back.
Clue, he did. Like it was like the one thing, what I did was I had kept my style of way I was doing it. I just added the exclusives.
That's
and stuff
hip-hop.
That's all I did.
That's
But-
hip hop. Ain't that what we do, Kev?
No,
Ain't that hip hop?
but
We
I
seen
gotta-
somebody do and you try to do it differently. You put your own,
I'm not
own
listen, hold
flavor.
up. You trying to say like I bit his shit. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. I'm saying the bottom
Calling
line.
my man no biter. This nigga
Nah, but-
legendary. I'm not calling this nigga no biter.
Nah, but no, real shit. Like, and I'm being honest. Like, I had because I'll be on Instagram sometime, and it's this site. I can't remember. It's like KDRF something, whatever. They be playing all these old freestyles or like just old stuff of artists, and they had. I never forget the freestyle. It was Clue, Nori, I forgot it was a bunch of people in there. And I was like, yo, this shit so crazy. And I had to call Clue myself. And I was like, Clue, I gotta tell you this, man. Like, nobody, because people always compare Clue to Drama. And I say it's a different time. Like, they both are great at what they did. It was a different time. And I say what Drama did, Drama would do a mixtape with one artist. And shit was monumental. Them droughts and all that was crazy. But Clue did more of a compilation of all artists. And they both are great at what they do. But my point is, Drama came a little later. But when I was doing my mixtapes, it was like, of course, I was the biggest guy out of Philly doing mixtapes. But like I said, I gotta pay my homage to Clue, because Clue definitely, he changed the game, man. It's like you can't, and I'm gonna say this also, and this is another exclusive. So there was a guy that I used to work with. His name is DJ Rand. So
DJ Rand.
DJ Rand.
I know about
Yeah,
DJ
DJ
Rand.
Rand. So DJ Rand, like, he used to just kind of like have people thinking if you're not from Philly, you shouldn't be fucking with them. And kind of like, oh, you ain't supposed to like Flex because he from New York, or you ain't supposed to like Clue because he from New York, or like just a bunch of nonsense. And sometimes, man, you gotta kind of, you know, think with your own mind. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that dude, I'm saying for his Clue, like that man never did nothing to me. I don't know him. He ain't fuck my bitch. You know what I mean? He ain't steal no money from me. So what the fuck? Why am I even mad at the guy at the store because he's selling more tapes at the time that I did? Once I put everything in motion, my shit start flying out the roof. But a lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? So
That's a big deal because
Yeah.
you went home and you checked yourself. That's not nothing that people of our kind, race, and color
Especially
do.
when you're successful too.
No, he's
That's when
successful at the time too.
Yeah, so
I was
it's even
successful-
harder.
It ain't like he ain't making, but you're right. You're right.
But this is what I'm saying.
You Cosmic Kev,
Right,
dog.
but sometimes, Heineken, a lot of people, they don't like taking criticism.
It's hard.
That's like, I'll call yo, you know what? I did something, what you think? And he'll give me his opinion like, well, I think you should have did this different or whatever. Lot of problem with men, we just don't have a problem. We have a problem with taking a different direction from somebody else or criticism. If I did something wrong, I want you to tell me. I don't mind that. You see what I'm saying? But a lot
You're a
of people are
weirdo,
different.
Kev. I'm a weirdo too. I'll be like, I'll call niggas and be like, yo, I'll call Ghost like, yo, Ghost, if I'm doing something wrong, give me a signal. Yo, Han, I'll call Han and be like, yo, was everything okay? Like
Right.
when we get in the car today, I'll be the first one to be like, yo, was everything, what y'all think? Did I do okay? Did I, you know what I'm saying?
mean,
Did I do
you know what it
whatever?
is?
Tell me what I need to do to get better.
When you get multiple entities that are good at certain things, right? It's hard to explain what's going on. I remember we did an interview at a restaurant, and the conversation was good, but
Right.
it wasn't to the level we needed to be at.
Exactly.
And he enjoyed it. And he's like, what you thought? I was like, it was okay.
It was my fault.
No, it wasn't his fault because he's still learning the game. Just like when I'm making money, he's like, yo, you've only been fortunate the way you made money. You just had good spirits to guide you. But
Right.
under normal circumstances, you should have been purely broke. So now understanding the business from both ends, how I'm like, this is how we know we have a great conversation versus this is how we make clean money. It's just a growth thing, you know what I mean?
But I mean, like, I can talk about that time. We was talking to Don Poole at Brooklyn Chop House.
Okay.
And I was so focused on being robotic and trying to get better and ask questions that after the camera was off, I said, yo, Poole, did you remember going and doing this Jay-Z concert that I tell everybody? He'd be like, yeah, Jay-Z and Foxy. I was like, that was me. And I was 19 when I did that concert. And he was like, why you ain't say that on camera? Why you ain't say nothing? Because that was monumental shit. I did Jay-Z and Foxy's first show ever in Baltimore. I paid out my money with cash. You know what I'm saying? SDJ'd. I was 19 years old. I was selling weed and I used my school loan money.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
And I was flipping my weed and I was flipping my school loan money and I was throwing parties. I had S down there. That's how. That's
SNS?
part. Yes, that
Shout out
part.
SNS, that's my
Shout
guy.
to S.
That's my guy.
S was always my guy. This was when me and S relationship changed. Right here was at that party. S did everything for me. He DJ'd my parties for me. I never needed somebody to come DJ prior. Clue came down, and I told y'all prior to that, Clue's girlfriend was my girlfriend's roommate.
Yeah.
Got you.
Clue comes down. And I'm gonna say this on camera. Like, nobody knows about this. I think Han knows. Clue says, yo, we both from Queens. Your girlfriend and my girlfriend is roommates. Why? I'm at Rockefeller. Why am I not doing this party?
Wow.
Yeah, and I looked at him and I said, you're right. You got every party from here on in. I am a Queens nigga.
Did you do that?
But I did. Yeah, and my girlfriend, they was plugging me. Shout out to Keisha Hans. Keisha
Okay, but what happened with you and S?
Me and S is still cool, but our relationship...
don't butter it up. I need the real answer. You see this nigga?
Me and S...
put the
Yo, wait, come out.
He put the spam.
And he put margarine on that
Yo,
shit.
listen. Let me say something to you.
Stop it.
Let me say something to you. He was with me in Chicago with SNS. Now, listen. Me and
Yeah,
S
this
is...
years later, I'm talking about back
me
then.
and S is still cool. It wasn't nothing. Yo, a lot of things had occurred with the... Like, because this ain't my show, but me and S go back to when I was like 15, 16 years old.
Got you.
I went to school uptown with a dude named Fat Daddy, who was SNS best friend. So me and S knew each other from that. I had another DJ who was DJing my shit. I always use S because of the relationship.
Right.
Me and his best friend, we all kind of parted ways in college. He decided to roll with a whole nother crew, blah, blah, blah. When they did that, I didn't really have nobody. I was still using S, but he was still
Got you.
part of their shit. So kind of Clue technically saved me because he came in at a time when I needed to have my own shit at the time. So when he presented it, I said, yo, I looked at it. I still gave S work. But it wasn't the same work. So if I'm throwing 7 parties a year at college, I got S doing 2 of them.
Dang, he was caking.
Yeah, nigga, what the fuck? Nigga, what? Yes, nigga.
Dang, so you mean tell me you still spending money from back then?
No, I'm not still spending money from back then. I actually
went. Right, the fast ain't watching school.
I actually went.
That's too late. Look, the 7 years is gone.
I actually went bankrupt.
Look, the 7 years is going.
I went bankrupt.
Cool now.
Yo, because we do money and we talking real shit. See, he's a DJ. He's been on radio for 31 years, so he gets a regular check. He gets a check in the clubs. He gets other checks for promo. I don't get that stuff. So I had to spend my money. I went bankrupt in 2010, and right now in 2023, I'm finally almost back to where I was.
Congratulations, congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
You mentioned drama.
Yes.
He had a controversial take. What is the anthem?
Oh,
Meek Mill or Uzi? You being a Philly dude. Has Uzi surpassed Meek Mill's anthem?
Ooh.
You're a DJ, you understand?
No, he's not a DJ. He's the #1 DJ in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
It's tough.
Oh, don't act crazy because you act like I wasn't gonna answer. Man. I answered. You answered, nigga.
Oh man.
You answered, nigga.
And you know what? Kev don't having to choose. We was there at the
he
DJ.
He don't like to choose. We was at the DJ contest.
Because he came to me, he's like, hi, who would you pick? I said, the nigga you picked.
Ooh, no, yeah. I disagreed with you. I thought the other nigga should have won.
But the one
No. We're gonna answer the question. We're gonna answer the question, honey.
Yeah. After no. Don't adjust me till you answer the question. Don't cut me up. Don't cut me up.
You see, I'm trying to dodge, bro. I'm trying to dodge it out. Yo. Damn, bro.
Because we seen Uzi bring out the Eagles for the Super Bowl.
Tell us what you really think, Kev.
No,
Tell us what you, Kev, give us the exclusive. You can talk to us. Tell us what you really think,
No, I'm just saying. You answered me a real difficult question.
It is, I know.
I'm going to tell you why it's difficult.
It's tough.
Hold up.
I don't know who to pick. I'm keeping it honest.
I'm going to tell you why it's difficult.
Come on, Kev.
No, I'm going to tell you why it's difficult. Because you got to look at, once again, it's a different time.
Mm-hmm.
Dreams and Nightmares has been an anthem for not just Philadelphia, for a lot of
hip-hop.
Especially in New York.
Period.
When you set the party off, you dropping Dreams and Nightmares.
Right.
When it's time to go up.
Right. You drop Dreams
Think
and
about
Nightmares.
this. Women get more hype for that shit than the dudes. I've been in spots. They waiting for
You know, Shorty had me on the gram on the Dreams and
I
Nightmares.
know, but...
Go ahead, Kev. What's the answer, Kev?
But... You also got Uzi. You got I Wanna Rock. Like
I Wanna Rock.
Bro,
different.
When you play that, it just, it goes from, the floor to the moon. It's different.
So they both.
I'm going to say this. I don't think I can make that judgment call. I got to see if that reaction happens the same way 5 years from now.
How do you play them back to back in the club? Because I'm a former DJ. How the fuck do you get those two different tempos, those two different...
They match?
How do you play? Which one you dropping first? How do you what's going first?
I'm dropping Dreams and Nightmares first.
Okay.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to drop that first.
So from the DJ perspective...
I'm going to drop that first. Because that's the setup.
So the DJ perspective, it got to be Dreams and Nightmares then.
No, you can't. I'm not saying that.
Okay.
Bro,
it's tough.
It's a tough call.
Especially you from the town, so it's a different feeling.
Call.
So if we got these tough calls, right, and I'm going to keep it real.
Oh, yeah.
With the Philly rappers, and we talking about Philly being a hub, Philly has to be considered a hub. Although they don't have a record label here, you got Meek, you got Uzi, you got Drama, you got John Cannon, you got Beans, you got Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, you
Will
got
Smith.
Freeway, You got I said Jazzy that Fresh Prince.
I bugged out.
You got Freeway. And even though Gilly didn't pop off in his music career, his podcast career is hip hop.
His podcast career is
hip hop.
And Wallow. Wallow's from
Wallow, but I'm saying
I get where you're coming from.
I'm just saying because pardon me, Wallow. I never looked at Wallow as like a rapper. He was in jail.
But we're talking about the culture.
Wallow's a nut ass nigga.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm just talking about people who technically
were rappers
and brought music to the thing. Then you got other people who you got a Jill Scott who, although she was a singer, her vibe is a rapper vibe in Neo Soul.
I'm going to tell you,
Walk is a rap.
Hold up, I'm going to tell you this. I've been trying to get Jill Scott to come on my show and freestyle. My dudes, I heard a record. I heard a record. The record with her and Freeway on it. Yo, these fucking bars she was spitting, I was begging for the record. I wanted her to come on my show and freestyle.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
honest. She get to it.
I'm a little dude, right? I'm 5'10", whatever. I fuck with Jill Scott. Heavy.
Hold on.
Yeah.
What do you mean when you fuck with her? What do you mean by that?
Yeah,
because you said you're a little dude.
I'm gonna say it on camera.
What do you mean?
I'm gonna say it on camera. I'm gonna say it on camera because I'm gonna say it on camera because my whole life I never fucked with voluptuous, bigger side women because I'm not
when
a
this
big
camera
dude.
comes off, we gonna talk.
I'm not.
Look at his face.
I'm not a big dude, but Jill Scott is lit.
Wait.
Jill Scott is. She crosses color line.
Wait. You saying Jill Scott is lit?
Yeah, she is.
You saying your height, weight, pause, all that, but you saying she lit. So you trying to say she exception to the rule?
Yeah, she's definitely exception to the rule. Jill Scott is exception to mad rules.
Wait. So you never hit a Big John?
We gotta cut the camera. Show done. Dead ass. BagFuel. We cannot go any further, Kev. Part 2 is coming because I swear to God, he's gonna go crazy. Yo,
That's what makes
no,
go crazy.
no, bro. Turn that camera off now.